It's me again. Next on the hit parade for reviews is the Rugged Radio Rugged Connect BT2 helmet Bluetooth system. All right. So, on my O'Neill Sierra 2, I have the Rugged Radio Rugged Connect BT2 helmet system, Bluetooth helmet system. It is rechargeable. It is wired speakers and microphone. The unit's rechargeable. It is somewhat removable. That's a story in itself, I'll tell you. Charging port, headphone, microphone. It has a secondary port for a radio, like a GSMR radio or some other radio for communicating that's not on cell phones. It does have a plug for that. I do not have one, so I don't use it. And I don't usually go out on group rides right now. So it does have that. I think the cost, if I'm not mistaken, it cost me about $90 delivered. It's really pretty good. Let me get it going so you can hear it. It has a couple of drawbacks, but they're not horrible, and they may just be specific to me. So let's get this thing connected so you can hear it. Now it is now connected. So I'm going to play a song. Some friends of mine, White Collar Sideshow. I do have permission to use this song. I know because I've done it before on videos. And this is, I don't know if you can hear this. This is all the way up. It's actually distorted. It's so hot, so loud. But right on top of your ears, even with earplugs in that I have to use for the helmet, it's nice and loud. Even setting it down, the visor closed. I don't know if the phone can pick that up, but I can hear it a couple of feet away. You can feel the side of the helmet vibrating with the music. So it's really loud. The speakers are, I don't know what their measurements are. They're good sized speakers. They're a little thick. This helmet, I had to actually dig the foam out to make space for the speakers because they were sticking so far out I almost couldn't even get the helmet on. My cat keeps trying to get up in my lap. Sorry about that. So the speakers tend to stick out. It does have a microphone. I've got the microphone tucked in under here. And it's right here. Sorry, it's right here. And it works really well. I can make a phone call at highway speed, put my visor down, and I can carry on a conversation. The person I'm talking to hears me loud and clear, no problems. I can hear them loud and clear, no problems. As far as a communication device and a music or media device, this is 5 out of 5. This thing is really good. Easy to install. I had to learn how to pull the pads out, but if you've got a lot of experience with helmets, a lot more than I do, that was easy for you. So it's just a matter of keeping the wires tucked in. And this little bit here is not in the way. There's a little bit of extra wiring because the microphone is a third wire. So once you get everything wired in, then you have to route for that one, and it's kind of a nuisance, but that's me. That's not you. Now the drawbacks are the buttons. I wear extra large gloves, and so my gloved fingers are a lot bigger than these buttons. And to do any 2-button combination is a real pain in the ass. Turning it off is 2 buttons, and that's kind of a pain because I can't feel these buttons well. I have to put my fingers on the sides and come in to the button until I'm on the button. And to use this to wake up your phone for voice dialing, you have to push the volume up and down buttons together, and that, especially if you're moving. For me personally, if I'm actually moving in traffic, that's very difficult and very distracting. If I'm stopped at a stoplight or something, then it's relatively easy. So the buttons need to be bigger. The buttons need to be a lot bigger. You can see I've actually worn this one down a little bit trying to just get my glove onto it. So the buttons need to be bigger or spaced farther apart. These buttons could be out here. That would be ideal. So Rugged Radio, if you're seeing this, when you redesign this and make a version 2 or 3 or whatever's next up, move these buttons out here. That would be ideal, because then you could get to any of your button combination easy. This is too close, too small, unless you're not wearing gloves, and I wear gloves when I ride. So that's a little bit of a drawback. It functions, they work. They're just hard to push if you're wearing gloves, especially in wintertime. If you have multiple layers of gloves like I do, this is really hard to do. Then taking this off. This is some 3M super duper, and I don't remember, it was like Max Lock, I think, or Max Grip, something like some super Velcro. And once you put this on your helmet, this ain't coming off. I mean, this is not coming off. I can pick the helmet up with it, which is good, because it's not going to come off in the wind or the rain or the snow or the ice, or probably even impact. The problem is it won't come off. I've been told you have to get a butter knife or screwdriver and get in here and pry it apart, which is fine if you want to do that. But that's kind of a nuisance now. So it's good and bad. It's good because it will not come off. It's bad because it won't come off. The problem is if you try to pull it off, and I'll see if the camera will see this. If not, I'll describe it. If you try to pull this off, it actually pulls, see right in here, it actually pulls the back of the unit away from the unit. So you could theoretically tear the unit apart if you're just trying to remove it. That is not good. Also, it lets you know that the unit is not sealed, because there's no glue or anything in there that's been torn off. It's just loose. So it's not a sealed unit. So in a pouring downpour, in a downpour, hard rain, this probably is not going to be waterproof. If it's misting or a little wet or something, it's most likely going to be fine. But a good hard rain or blowing rain is probably not going to do this well. I don't know. I haven't been in one, so I don't know how much the internals are protected. The internals may be sealed. I don't know. The plugs are closed by rubber if you're not using them, and this one's always in. So I don't think that these would be an ingress point for water. But this might very well be. I don't know, but so my personal score, I'd give it 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 just because these buttons are too small or too close. So either make them bigger or put the up and down buttons up here on the front and back. That would be ideal, I think, because then you wouldn't have to change the size. All you'd have to do is just relocate them. And it probably wouldn't even cost a whole lot more money to even make them if you did that. The price was good. Delivery time was good. I've not had any need for customer service, so I can't speak to their customer service. I've not used them. Really loud music, really clear until you get it all the way up, and then it will distort, but that's any speaker. Good sound, good highs, good lows. I really enjoy listening to music on these speakers. If I get another helmet, I probably won't get another unit. I'll probably just move this one to the other unit. To the other helmet. It's just superior to, well, I can't say superior to any of the others. I haven't used any of the others. I know there's a lot of others, Cardo and several others that everybody talks about, and those would be good, but those are good for pack talking and talking to other riders, and this as is does not do that unless you're using a phone, calling them on the phone. It does have the option to do that, but they have to have the same kind of setup, I believe. But Rugged Radio, Rugged Connect BT2, you can find it on their website. That's where I got it, ruggedradio.com. Not paid, not sponsored. I bought this and use it. It's good. I recommend it. If you want to buy something and it's not $200 or $300, $400, I paid less than $100 delivered. I think it was $91, I think, delivered. But double check the pricing because it may have changed, or I could be wrong. I was talking about doing a review on another thing, and I was saying the wrong price. So check the pricing. Rugged Radios, highly, highly recommend this. Almost 5 out of 5 stars, 4.5 out of 5, easy. And that's about it. Bye.